Hi guys!
Hello!
So we are here today for another makeup collection makeover. This is my friend Molly.
Hi everybody!
And she saw the makeover collection videos that I did with Chrissy and really wanted to do one.
Yeah.
So we finally got it together and we're here. We have all Molly's makeup. And first we're going to look through her makeup.
Yep.
And then we're going to go out and get her some new things and make over her makeup collection.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
It's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
So first of all, can you talk a little bit about where makeup fits in your life? Like what your regular routine is and where you think you could get better?
I started using makeup in high school and was very much just wanted to do the same thing every day. And so that involved like some sort of foundation or maybe at that point it was just cover up, but over the years it's like built into more of a foundation, powder, and then something simple for my eyes, and maybe sometimes lipstick, maybe sometimes like a blush or a bronzer. But my goal, at least then, and sort of always on some levels, just to not look like I'm wearing too much makeup, but to like look nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's take a look at what you have now.
Okay.
And let's talk about it in order of what you like the most that's really working to what you like the least.
Okay.
Alright, hit it, Molly. Show me a collection.
Okay. This is a very recent purchase. It's an e.l.f. palette.
Cool.
I got it for cheap for buying a bunch of other stuff at e.l.f. And on the top here are a bunch of fun eyeshadows, and I have made use of this side.
Oh yeah, you've used that a lot.
Yeah, and these are pretty neutral, which is like in my comfort zone, and then these are untouched. They're like beautiful, fun, bright colors that I never use. So that's the top, and then this part slides out, and it has a bronzer and two blush colors. This I think is a face shimmer. I don't know what to do with it. These are lip colors, and then these are for brows, and I have started playing around with filling in a little bit from that, but
Cool.
yeah.
Oh, that's a cool palette.
Yeah, it's really fun.
One tip for trying to use colors like these cool tone, jewel tone colors is if you use, like, pick one and you pack it onto your lid and then use one of these warmer tones as your contour.
Cool.
And then a neutral brow, like brow highlight.
Okay.
So you'll do bright color, contour with a neutral, and then highlight with a neutral matte. And that way you're kind of getting that pop of color on the lid, but it's all like blending in.
Cool.
And also like for this bright blue,
Yeah.
this would be fun to use, like just do your eye how you regularly would, but then put that like along the lower lash line.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
But these are cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
This is also from e.l.f. It's called the Beauty Book Bronzed Look, and it has two sets of colors for day and night. And then it also has a little tutorial, which is what I was very drawn to. And then what I really liked is that it has this primer, this eyelid primer, which is not something that I had ever used before, and I'm really liking it. And then a brown pencil.
e.l.f. has a really good eyeshadow primer, and it's only $1 on its own.
And also at the e.l.f. Studio store, while I was there, all this same shopping trip, I got this Perfect Finish HD powder. I like it, but I feel like sometimes it makes me look like a ghost, and I'm not. Either it's the product or I'm not blending it properly. But
So they have an HD powder that's loose, and this is the pressed version. You know what I did with this the other day? Actually, today, the other day, is I applied it with a sponge, with like a damp sponge.
Okay.
And I felt like it like helped it sit better on the skin.
Cool.
Because you do have to use quite a light hand with this. It's a good setting powder.
Cool. I also have these two brushes, which are really fun. This one is for blush, which I've been using with that palette a lot. And then this is like a blending brush that's like fan-shaped, and it's been fun, especially when I put too much blush on, then I can sort of
Blend
work
it out.
Yeah.
I love e.l.f. e.l.f. has great brushes.
This is MAC's Studio Fix powder, and I use this over either my BB cream or my liquid foundation, and I like it a lot. It like really creates more of a finished look. And
Studio Fix by MAC is a really nice powder. You can also use this on its own as just over moisturizer.
Oh, cool.
And it'll be like a full coverage foundation as well.
Sticking with the sort of foundation side of things, this is Bare Minerals Bare Skin, and I got this because I used to occasionally use the Bare Minerals powder foundation, and then I heard they had a liquid one and I was interested in that. I like it. It comes with this very specific brush that they insist that you have to use with it, and it does help blend it, because it is it can be very streaky, and sometimes I struggle with that a little bit, but the brush definitely helps a lot.
So you're pretty set on the foundation front, right?
Yeah, I also have this BB cream. It's just a drugstore Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream. I think Chrissy Shackelford had the exact same one in her video. And
I just have it in my room, and I make them show it every time.
Yeah, we just grab it.
Maybelline gives me $2.
I wonder if it would be worth stepping up my BB cream a step, and then also getting a foundation that's one step up, so that my BB cream sort of does closer to what my liquid foundation does now, and I could have a foundation that offers more full coverage. Yeah, I made up those levels, but
that was in my mind. I was like, that all totally makes sense. Continue.
All right. In the same vein of that Maybelline BB cream, I have this Maybelline Baby Skin.
So weird, right?
It's so weird.
But it's also I want that, and then you're like, wait a minute.
Why? Oh, society. But it's called Instant Pore Eraser. I use it as a primer. I don't really have any strong feelings about this one.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence about primers.
Okay.
I used to be really into primers, and now that I've been using more sort of BB type products, I sort of feel like I just mix everything in one step instead of doing moisturizer, primer, foundation.
Yeah.
And I also think with primers, it's it can set you up to be a little more confused, because you're which variable is making my makeup break down or look great? Is it the moisturizer? Is it the primer? Is it the foundation?
Yeah.
So sometimes it can just add a step that kind of makes it more confusing.
Yeah. Yeah.
This font is just
I know.
Really pull you in with this
yeah, they're you were a kid in the 90s or late 80s, and this is fun for you. This is for you, is what they say.
Yeah. I want the face I had in the 90s. Actually, I don't.
No, I'm happier with my face
I like
now
my face
than
now,
the 90s. Too. Also, in the Maybelline family, I have this Big Eyes mascara. I like it fine, but this particular one has separate barrels for your top lash and bottom lash, and it's just a smaller brush, and I feel like it just adds a step that I don't really need, and I don't know that it's making a huge difference. Sometimes it gets a little clumpy, but in general it's fine.
I think you're right. I don't think you need the tiny brush. There's this tiny lower lash brush. Yeah. And then, but I actually like this. It's a spiral shape, and I think because it's a spiral, it sort of lifts the lashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an okay one.
Let's see. I have this old, worn away. This is a Benefit concealer, and it has, in the middle, it's this ring of, I guess, a moisturizer primer kind of situation, and then the, actual concealer is in the middle, and it's, in the form of a solid stick, but it's very smooth. I like it. I'm not always totally sure that I'm making the best use of it. It, feels nice on my skin, but I don't know.
Do you use it under your eyes?
Under my eyes, I usually use this highlighter, which is, I can't tell what brand it is. I know it's just from a drugstore, and the name of it is, the color is called Nude Chair. And I just sort of...
I feel like it looks like Dream Lumi. Oh, I think chair is nude in French.
I genuinely thought this morning I checked, because I was I'm going to have to say what brand this is. Let me read.
Nude.
Yeah, it's probably just nude, and then...
This is the color of a nude chair.
Honestly, it would be.
I love that. That's so funny. But I like your under eye does look very highlighted.
I do this in sort of a triangle under here, and then I have this great brush from MAC for a lot of those small liquid kind of blending things. So that's what I do under my eyes.
And this is the MAC 28G.
Before I got that e.l.f. palette, this was sort of my go-to routine for eyeshadow, was to use specifically, this is a color tattoo metal from Eye Studio. It's like a 24-hour thing, and this one's called Barely Branded, and this was like my number one go-to color.
It's a really good base.
Yeah.
I used to have that, but I used it up.
And then, like, for a while, they would always be out of this color, so I briefly got this one, which is more, it's called Too Cool, and it's like a white, frosty one that I really don't use anymore unless I'm specifically going for that look for some reason. It, like, made me look like Elsa. And then I also have this one, which is, like a, tattooed leather or something. Creamy beige leather. Yeah, I think it's a little lighter. And this, like, so I would sort of try and combine those last two to get the effect of the Barely Branded, and it, like, never really worked. But this one can sometimes be okay, but I also, consistency-wise, find it's a little trickier to work with.
If you are using these tattoos, you don't really need to use a primer.
Okay, cool.
Because these act as a primer. I'll just use either this or a primer.
These are just two kind of nice eyeshadows from MAC that I've had for years. The casing is very broken. But this one, I think it's like a vanilla color.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, this one doesn't have a plastic top on it.
How are you... This can't be how you carry this around.
I mean, it usually...
I guess you don't.
I don't usually carry it around. It's usually just at home, but honestly
funny.
it is in a bag, and you can see divots in it.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
This one's a little more intact, but the back label is completely worn away. It's just very old, and I'm starting to run down on it.
Do you know what shades these are?
This one is like... It has vanilla in the title, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about that one.
This one is, let's call it Brown Bench.
Yeah, this is Brown Bench. I really thought that nude chair was going to be like a great shared joke, like how funny that this company named it that, but the joke is entirely on me.
Someone comment and tell us what MAC shade that is. Alright, but these are both like high quality shadows. Water break. And we're back.
Okay. For eyeliner, I have that little brown pencil in the e.l.f. palette, and then also I use this Perfect Blend CoverGirl eyeliner. It's sort of like a charcoaly color. I'm not sure exactly what shade it is. And I like it. It has this little blending tip on it, which is fun.
Do you just use it on the top lashes, or do you use it on the bottom?
I use it on the bottom sometimes, too.
And do you ever use liner in your waterline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I not supposed to do that?
No, you totally can do it, as long as you're not sharing liners.
Okay, great. Because in high school, sometimes people said you could go blind from that.
Well, in high school, people said you could go blind from pretty much everything.
Yeah, but it's always just been a fear I've secretly carried, but I think it looks fun, so I still do it.
Yeah, it's fine, as long as you're not keeping the pencil for too long.
Yeah, okay, well, then I should get a new one.
Yeah, I feel like
there's
maybe
nothing
we can
special
get
about
something
this.
that's, like, gonna stay put.
Cool. This lipstick is from Clinique, and the color is Chianti. I just took it from my mom. It's very
How
nice.
does every mom end up with, like, a drawer full of Clinique
So many.
products?
The next sort of nice thing I have is this one, also stolen from my mother, but I don't think it's Clinique. This one's from Benefit, and it's called Curtsy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very cute, and it's just a little bit darker and more of a brown, sort of bronze shade than the other one. I don't use this one nearly as often. Sometimes I'll do a bright red with this, which is from Rimmel London, and that's just a fun drugstore, like bright red. Sometimes I struggle because I feel like it bleeds a little, but I like the color. I think
This is called Kiss of Life.
Oh yeah, I do have this lip liner. And I used to have, it's from Milani, Color Statement Lip Liner, but this does help. And then I also have this Mega Slicks Wet n Wild balm. It's like a balm stain. And this is nice too, and it's a little easier on the go to put on and feel like it's going to be on properly.
Is it a little more sheer?
I think so, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what's something you would need in the lip department?
I feel like I need something a little bit more neutral, like a look that I really like to go for that I feel like I've never quite found the right match for is just like looking like I'm barely wearing lipstick or not wearing lipstick that's just like, but still like looks nice.
Some people say your lips but better.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for my lips but better.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we should be as women.
Yeah, of course. These are not good enough.
Yeah, I want myself, but except for not myself.
Yeah, and I want to pay money to not look like myself, but still think I look like myself. Yeah.
Totally reasonable.
Great. Like, those are sort of all of the products and colors, and then I just have this huge collection of tools and brushes. I sort of named individually the ones already that I really, like, love and have a connection to. These are just sort of everything else.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I have my notes about what we just talked about.
Yay.
So now we're gonna go to Rite Aid, and we're gonna go crazy and maybe get some half-price Halloween candy.
Oh, definitely get some half-price Halloween candy.
And some makeup, and then we'll be back with part 2.
Yay.
Bye. Bye.